Welcome to Dado Field, just outside of the University of Southern California campus. I'm Leo Blavin, getting you set for the second day of the Dodgertown Classic here in Southern California. Tonight, the Michigan Wolverines looking to defeat the USC Trojans. Michigan entering at 7-3 on the year. USC entering tonight's contest at 6-3. This is just the third ever meeting between these two sides. USC winning the first two back in 1978 and 1999. Head coach Eric Bakich looking to get the Wolverines back on track. They started this California trip 5-0 before falling last night at Jackie Robinson Stadium to UCLA, a game that the Bruins ended up winning on a throwing error to end it in a walk-off in the ninth inning. Michigan falling 1-0. Hopefully runs easier to come by for the Maize and Blue tonight. The pitcher for the USC Trojans, Brad Wegman, the 6'4", 215-pound junior from Temecula, California. He's a right-hander making his fifth ever collegiate start. Leading things off for the Maize and Blue, Akeo Thomas. First pitch, high over the middle of the plate for a ball, and we are underway here from Dado Field. The Trojans have alternated in their past 5 games, win-loss, win-loss, falling last night in their opener in the Dodgertown Classic to the University of San Diego here at Dado Field. The Trojans fell 8-3 to the team Michigan will play tomorrow afternoon at Dodger Stadium when the University of San Diego and the University of Michigan meet at Chavez Ravine. The count even at 1-1. For Akeo Thomas leading things off for the Maize and Blue. Fouls one up and out of play, 1-2. Deliberate is Wegman for the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, sent right back up the middle. Akeo Thomas going to have to leg this one out. Pritchard got there, does not get the throw across in time, and Thomas is aboard with a leadoff infield single to get things started for the Maize and Blue. Still looking for their first run in this Dodgertown Classic. A good way to get things started here at USC. Akeo Thomas reaches aboard via the infield single. It was a soft chopper right back over the plate and over the mound as well. And Thomas was able to leg it out comfortably, and now he is aboard. Batting second for the Michigan Wolverines tonight is Jake Bivens. Bivens batting just 176 on the year. The 6'1", 185-pound junior out of Battle Creek, Michigan, was a Big Ten player to watch. He was a 2015 freshman All-American looking to get back to that stellar start he had to begin his Michigan career. Takes a first pitch high and outside and is ahead in the count 1-0. Wegman in his last time out at Wake Forest threw 4 1/3, giving up 5 earned runs with 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 hits. It was ultimately a no decision for him. He's 1-0 officially on the year. This is his 3rd start and 5th in his entire USC career. The 1-0 pitch, once again missing outside. Home plate umpire tonight, Billy Speck, the same crew we had at Jackie Robinson Stadium yesterday. However, they've rotated around. Billy Speck behind home plate, John Bullock at first, Kelly Gonzalez at second, and Patrick Riley at third. Wegman readies to deliver the 2-0 pitch to Bivens. This one at the knees for a called strike. As Billy Speck stops the bleeding, the count now 2-1 in favor of Bivens. Pitch is outside, and now we're at 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Thomas running all the way. Got a good jump. Will dive in there head first. And he swipes second. Akeo Thomas now 8 of 9 on the year in stolen base attempts. However, the count has run full. Akeo Thomas ready to run at second. Still no outs in the inning. Here in the top of the first. Bivens taking all the way at the letters for a ball, and he is aboard. Runners at first and second to start things off here in day 2 of the Dodgertown Classic on the campus of the University of Southern California.
Let's go.
Based on the zeros in the front of the
Now stepping in for the Maize and Blue, Miles Lewis with runners at first and second. Still nobody out here in the top of the first. Outside part of the plate, a called strike for Wegman. He's ahead now 0-1, looking for his first out of this game. The 0-1 pitch. Low and outside for a ball. Count even at 1-1. Miles Lewis readies to face the 1-1 pitch with runners at first and second. Fouls that one into the Michigan dugout area. There's not a lot of netting over there. It's about belt high where that protective fence extends, and that's going to raise the pulse of a few maize and blue clad players along the third base side. That one a rocket right off the bat into that third base dugout. And there's a wall of Michigan players. Thankfully, they're all okay. Wegman ahead in the count 1-2, facing Miles Lewis with runners at first and second. Still nobody away here in the top of the first. The 1-2 pitch. Inside for a called strike 3 at the knees. Brad Wegman gets a big strikeout, his first out of the game. And just his 9th strikeout of the season in his 3rd start. And now the slugger from Pleasant Valley, New York, Drew Lugbauer, digs in with runners at first and second. Michigan had no trouble getting guys into scoring position early on yesterday against Griffin Caning and UCLA. They just weren't able to convert with runners in scoring position. Lugbauer now tasked with doing that here in the top of the first, 1 away. Runners at first and second. First pitch of the at-bat, outside for a ball, 1-0. Wegman very patient between pitches. Lugbauer readies. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Once again, low, but this time a called strike. Lugbauer, though, with that 6'3" frame, sure made it seem like it was low and outside. Billy Speck disagreeing. The count even 1-1. 1 away here in the top of the first. Michigan looking to put up the first run of the game with runners on first and second. The 1-1 pitch. That one paints the black outside. 1-2, and now Lugbauer's got to get defensive over the outside part of the plate. All natural grass here at Dado Field. The lights illuminating the playing surface now. Straight away center field is 395. Left field and right field 335. Left center 375. Right center field is 365. The capacity here at Dado Field 2,500. Lots of Michigan fans here looking to see the Wolverines get their first win of the Dodgertown Classic. The 1-2 pitch in there at the knees for a called strike three, a breaking ball. Gets Lugbauer looking, and 2 strikeouts. A nice response from Wegman after giving the first 2 batters a chance to reach base. And Michigan now on the verge, if they can't get a big hit here, of stranding 2. Harrison Wenson, the catcher, who led the team with 56 RBIs last year, currently leads the team this year with 12 RBIs. Really could use 1 RBI here just to get Michigan going this weekend. The first 2 men reached, and now the Wolverines potentially going to strand them. 2 outs here in the top of the first, runners at first and second. The first pitch to Wenson is in there at the knees for a called strike. Wegman throwing a lot of off-speed stuff right now, and Michigan appears to be looking all fastball, and they're just not getting it. The 0-1 pitch low at the shoestrings for a ball, 1-1. Billy Speck appears content to keep the strike zone at the knees or even just below it. He's called a couple pitches shin-high strikes. So Michigan will have to adjust as this game progresses. The count even at 1-1 here in the top of the first, 2 away. Here for Brad Wegman and the USC Trojans. Akeo Thomas ready to run on contact at second. Jake Bivens at first. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. A big cut taken there by Wenson, and he now has to get defensive behind in the count, 1-2. Akeo Thomas reaching on an infield single. Jake Bivens walked right after him. And then back-to-back strikeouts from Brad Wegman, looking to make it 3 straight to get out of the inning. Runners will go on contact. The count 1-2, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Wenson readies for the pitch from Wegman. The 1-2. That one low. Getting down just to block it defensively was Murphy for the Trojans. Caleb Murphy splits his time with Chris Perez behind the plate. Tonight the start going the way of the redshirt freshman from Apple Valley, California. Every player out there in the field for USC hailing from the state of California. Their designated hitter tonight, David Edson from Las Vegas, Nevada. But everyone in garnet and gold out there right now hails from the Golden State. The 2-2 pitch rather fouled up behind the netting and out of play behind the home plate. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Two outs here in the top of the first.
That's probably the worst part.
Wegman readies for the 2-2 pitch with runners at first and second, 2 away. And he gets Wenson to pop up. Camping under it is Pritchard, just outside the infield dirt, and that will do it. Michigan strands 2. We had 2 the bottom of the first. Still scoreless here at Dado Field, with the Trojans coming up to bat for the first time this evening. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to the Michigan Baseball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM, Ann Arbor.
How's that going?